All new at 10, the Valley has no shortage of competition for medical services, and most healthcare facilities across the Valley are expanding. But when the doctor's office is closed, there are few options other than an expensive visit to the emergency room. Action 4's Brett Crandall reports on how you can get the care you need and not have to pay an ER doctor an arm and a leg.
When your fever spikes or your kid gets an ear infection and the doctor's office is closed, where do you go? Even with insurance, a visit to the emergency room isn't cheap. But there's another option that is barely catching on in the Valley.
And if you go to ER, you have to wait about 3, 4, 5 hours sometime.
Unless Vinod Puri has a life-threatening health problem, he does not go to the ER. If his primary doctor is not available, he goes to the only late-night clinic he knows of, Urgent Care for You in McAllen. A former ER doctor, Carlos Moreno, and his partners opened up the first urgent care in Hidalgo County 8 years ago.
Emergency rooms are overcrowded with minor emergencies.
Open in the evenings and on the weekends, Moreno says Urgent Care for You can handle non-life-threatening injuries for a fraction of the cost a hospital will charge you.
Our rate is way more affordable than what they have to pay in the emergency room.
Most patients will just have to pay a small copay.
And it is affordable too because we pay only copay here, $30 in our insurance.
But the selection of urgent care clinics in the Valley is sparse. Just Google Rio Grande Valley Urgent Care and you'll only see about 4 clinics pop up. Compare that to San Antonio with a population a little more than twice the size of Hidalgo County. When you Google San Antonio Urgent Care, you'll find dozens of 24-hour health clinics. So why are there not more urgent care centers in the Valley?
In the Valley, we have a large population of patients with no insurance. And those patients usually go to the emergency room.
Even with healthcare reform, 25% of those who live in the Valley are still uninsured. Private doctors' offices don't get paid by the government for indigent care, but hospitals can't turn away the uninsured. When you have a high uninsured population, emergency rooms get overcrowded.
A lot of patients, they don't have a primary care doctor. So when something gets broken, sick, ill, they go to the emergency room as sort of that's their doctor.
When you don't have a physician, that's the next best thing or the best alternative.
To alleviate their hospital emergency rooms and cut down on wait times, South Texas Health System has opened 2 freestanding emergency rooms this year, one in Weslaco and another in Mission. When the doctor's office is closed, the new ERs get busy.
Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays are sort of your prime days, and then anything that's after 5 o'clock to like 3 o'clock in the morning. Anytime the doctor's office is closed, pharmacies are closed, you have issues with your kids, medical emergencies, that's our peak time.
Owned by a hospital, the new urgent care at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance in Edinburgh may be a better alternative to the ER for the uninsured.
We don't turn anybody away. We see patients with insurance and uninsured. We do have financial counselors that are available. We always see them and we try to give them the same care as we would a patient with insurance. They all get the best care.
With an average wait time of 2 to 3 hours at the emergency room, in February, DHR opened an off-hours urgent care center across the street from their own ER.
Our emergency room was very, very busy. It continues to be very, very busy, but we were seeing that there were patients that were coming into our emergency room that didn't require emergency type services.
So when do you choose an urgent care over an emergency room visit?
Anything that's not life-threatening is something that is a condition that we can pretty much take care of here.
With preventative care now covered at 100% under the Affordable Care Act, doctors and healthcare workers hope to get more patients into the doctor's office and stay out of the ER.
We're a supplement to primary care.
Fortunately, the Valley is growing, and as it does, healthcare facilities expand and new ones open. DHR administrators tell me they are considering opening a freestanding ER and a second urgent care location. In the studio, Brett Crandall, Action 4 News.